Hi, my name's Chad too. I'm the CFO and treasurer at Viewpoint School, and also I'm the teacher of your child in global economics. And I've got to say that of all the responsibilities I have at Viewpoint, the thing I enjoy the very most are the several hours I get to spend discussing the global economy and its roots and possible directions with your sons and daughters. So thanks for sharing them with me in class, and I apologize that I'm not able to be with you on Thursday night for the parents' night. I'll be out of town, but I figured this would be the next best way to be able to have a dialogue, even if it is rather one way, and tell you a little bit about the class. So the Global Economics at Viewpoint is really comprehensive review of the global economy. We start off with an introduction to some economic basics. We talk about the concept of scarcity and opportunity costs. We also look at supply and demand, discuss how you can graph those, and where the graphs come together, you can find an equilibrium price in a free market. And as the students kind of develop a basic understanding of economics, we then move on and kind of look at the history of global trade, going all the way back to some of the ancient traders and the explorers, people I like to call the great pirates. We also look at historical times where the banking system really developed in Renaissance Italy with the Medici family, and we look at the world's first corporation, the East India Company, and its global spread. We move into the current day towards mid to late October, and we'll be talking about market structures. We'll talk about mercantilism and how that shaped global trade. Early on, we'll talk about market conditions such as tariffs and trades and other kinds of trade barriers that kind of disrupt free trade in the market. We'll look at multinational organizations, talk about how they function and how they've evolved over time, and also look at global financial markets and how they've dramatically transformed in the last 30 years or so, as well as looking at currency exchange markets and how currencies work in the global economy. So it's a comprehensive class that we will be using three main textbooks. We've just finished up Great Pirate Economics, looking at history. We'll be moving into book, The Complete Idiot's Guide to Global Economics. And despite the title, it's really an accessible but comprehensive overview of the global economy and different kinds of systems. So it's a pretty good book for our students. We'll also be taking a look at a book called The Travels of a T-Shirt in a Global Economy, which uses something as simple as a T-shirt as a metaphor and traces that T-shirt from cotton grown in the fields in Texas to the textile mills in China, back to the US or in Europe where the T-shirts are sold as new, and then finally the T-shirts' final life in the used clothes markets of Africa. So it can be an interesting book. That throughout the course of the semester, we'll be having tests and quizzes, of course, to kind of like help me track your students' understanding of the topics as we're covering them. But also we try to do a lot of interaction. Students are going to be required to present a current event and lead a class discussion about how certain events happening right now will affect the global economy and shape it in the future. That students also will be doing a lot of activities and exercises in the classroom. And most importantly, we'll have a major research project where each student will select their own product, something that they're interested in, and a foreign marketplace, non-Western market where they'd like to introduce that product. So whether it's looking at how they want to introduce Ugg boots to Estonia or Jamba Juice to Tahiti, that students will be researching both the company and the product, but more importantly, the foreign market, and looking at it from quantifiable elements such as population size and economics and education, population, demographic type information, but also qualitative information about the social and cultural elements and the legal system and things like that, to try and decide, is this going to be a good marketplace to introduce a given product? And along the way, I'll be encouraging them to use all of the different things that we've discovered in the course of the semester to describe that marketplace and that possible market introduction. Or maybe they find that it's not a good idea to introduce a product into that market. And if they can defend that decision, it's fantastic as well. So those are the kind of things we'll be working on this semester. And thank you again for having your son and daughter in my class. And if you have any questions, feel free to give me a call or drop me a line at ctew@viewpoint.org. And for those of you I haven't met yet, I look forward to meeting you at some point soon. And again, apologize for not being with you, but I wish you the best and hope that you have a wonderful and productive parent night. Take care.